Alright guys, so I'm going to try to make this short and sweet as possible due to technical difficulties, but let's get this out of the way. Alright, so, New England Patriots tonight. Good win. Tough one, but a good win. And I say why tough win? Well, when you're at halftime, your quarterback decides to throw an interception in the red zone when worst case scenario, other than that, it's probably a field goal. And then by that time you're still up according to halftime. But, the Patriots, they slipped up in the first half. They felt like they were in a coma. They couldn't wake up. Down 14-3 early. Obviously, we saw how good Aaron Rodgers was with bad man. Aaron Rodgers. You pump you up. God, how many times did I see that tonight? But anyways, yo, this team obviously last week it fell flat defensively. This week was a polar opposite. Actually, no. Second half was polar opposite. First half, their offense, the defense of the Patriots struggled against this offensive Chargers. Excuse me. Philip Rivers, but Philip Rivers got an interception. Obviously, threw that touchdown to Floyd, and then Brandon LaFell, of course, fumbled it. I'm like, oh my god, no, this is hell. But the Patriots decided to wake up. The Chargers. I mean, I know their punter got injured. Was it Sheffield's? No, Sheffield. I don't think Sheffield's for. Sorry about that. Cypress got injured. I believe their holder got injured too, the Chargers. So they were stuck with Eric Weddle. Sorry, kind of stuttered there. And Nick Novak, who was obviously their kicker, punted 6 motherfucking times. So, and probably obviously that's a lot more than he thought he was going to punt because obviously he's going to punt it, but you get the story. The Patriots defense played well in the second half. First quarter, not so good. Second quarter, it was okay. Second half, they completely shut them out. And that's what impressed me. You have a good, talented wide receiver like Keenan Allen, who I wish, honestly, as a Patriot fan, we would have drafted the son of a bitch. Instead of saying, oh, let's get Kimbrel Tompkins. Oh, man, if we get Aaron Dobson, man. Oh. I still wish we could have got a Keenan Allen. But anywho, limiting him to just 2 receptions and 3 yards, pretty damn good to me. Especially how I read this one column, how everyone's like, oh, if you're playing fantasy football, please start Keenan Allen. You're not going to regret it. Really? Darrelle Revis says otherwise. Darrelle Revis can let him get shit. But, anywho, the Patriots win tonight, 23-14. Rob Gronkowski, big game for him, 8 receptions, 87 yards. And Julian Edelman, 8 receptions as well, 141 yards, including a 69-yard touchdown pass from Brady to Julian Edelman in the fourth quarter. So, not a bad game for the Patriots. Obviously people are going to say, oh, Tom Brady, 317 yards. And Julian Edelman, no disrespect, 8 receptions, 141 yards, including a touchdown. You can't, knock on those stats. But to me, it was really the defense. The defense was truly, the MVP. Ryan Matthews, who to me is not a bad running back, 11 attempts for 44 yards. The most that the Chargers got for the receiving was 54 yards, and that was obviously Malcolm Floyd. So, Patriots did pretty well defensively. Now, of their upcoming schedule, I believe they have Miami next week in New England. God, I hope we whip their ass after what happened week 1. And they got to go to New York to take on the Jets. So I'm surprised we lose that game because Rex Ryan's going to be the last time we face these son of bitches. And, of course, we get to host Black Buffalo in Foxborough. So, anywho, that's my little recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Twitter, follow me as usual. Description box down below. Subscribe. And that's it for me. Hope you guys have a good night and catch you on the flip side.